Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and Merry Christmas to all. Christmas is literally right around the corner, just several days away. I hope you all are doing well. The weather is nice in my neck of the woods. It's warmer than I want it to be because we're approaching winter time, right? But the days are nice. But let me tell you, at night it gets really, really chilly. Oh my goodness. I was out last night. When I say out, not out shopping, but at a game last night. So out in the cold, and it was cold. I'll talk more about that a little later in this video. But we are going to chit chat. Also going to share a project that I am working on, and you're looking at it right now. I'm going to finish up another one of these, but I'm not going to totally finish these in this video. I don't think this should have been part of my scattered crafts Christmas video. Yeah, because I am more than likely going to finish up these for Christmas in July. Yeah, but in this video, we are also going to make gingerbread faces, right? That seems kind of relaxing to me. Now, I warn you, my gingerbread faces, they might come out looking demonic. I don't know how to draw. I can't even draw stick people. I am not creative in that way. And so that just might happen, but it's going to be fun, I think, to see the results of the faces that I create. And I will be using teeny weeny stamps I have in my collection. If you saw my last gingerbread video, or perhaps it was my scattered crafts Christmas video, I talked about desiring to make gingerbread faces using teeny weeny stamps that I have in my collection. Okay, and I might share something else. Right now I have scattered brain, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I gotta share products that I use too, right? Okay, so I am totally not ready, you guys, but let me turn back to this. I love it. I love the concept. It might look Easter to you because of this basket, but you guys know I love gingerbread, and so I'm always thinking of creative ways to incorporate my gingerbread people. And I think I had this thought last year. I keep a list of ideas, but because I don't remember well, I don't remember where the list is, right? If it's a manual list, like in a notebook, or if I put it on the computer. So anyway, it materialized this season, and it's not done. I have several other elements to add, but it's not looking the way I want it to look. And I'm not too sure what to do next, but I hope it don't look too busy too. Now, let me return back to this because we are actually going to assemble. Look at this cute gingerbread girl. She's a generic die. I don't really support AliExpress with the dies because a lot of those dies, well, the design has been stolen from actual companies. And sometimes it's hard to tell because it's impossible to know what's out there. But this die actually came from Hong Kong. And to my knowledge, it wasn't stolen from an actual manufacturer, but I have no way of knowing that. I ordered this cute gingerbread die on eBay. I shop for gingerbread all year. And by the way, I'm thinking about a live gingerbread party, but some items will come after my party. So there'll be a part of my party next year because once again, I shop for gingerbread all year. But isn't this adorable? I love her. And I'm not sure if you could readily see something very different about this gingerbread, just in general. Do anybody know what it is? Do you guys know what my favorite color is? Those of you who follow me, you hear me say my favorite color all the time. My favorite color is brown. I'm giving you guys a clue. Well, this gingerbread, instead of white icing, she has brown icing, chocolate icing. I love it. So we will assemble one of these girls together and we will work on, well, I'll walk you through the steps of how once again, it's not done, but I'll walk you through the steps. I'll share some items I use. As a matter of fact, let's do that now. You do see some of my die cuts here. Now, I do like to color, but I haven't like colored in a while because, well, a couple of years ago, I purchased a lot of alcohol reinkers from Spectrum Noir, and I got them in, but a lot of them, most of them, and I purchased maybe 30 bottles of refills. Most of them, half the bottles were empty because the alcohol ink had evaporated. Well, I learned during that time that was a widespread problem with crafter companions with their bottles. And I do have a bottle here because I returned them all except one color that I wanted to keep. And so back then they were working on redesigning their bottles. So I waited a long time. I kept checking with Crafter's Companion because I wanted to order more. I'm sure that their bottles have been redesigned, but I have yet to pick any up. Well, I say all that to say, that's why I really didn't get into the coloring thing, because I was afraid to run out of a color I was using. But I had fun coloring up all of these images. Actually, I did a lot of it when I made my phone calls, like when I called and disputed charges and things like that. While on the phone, I just colored while I waited for the person to answer whatever and while I listened. So that was really relaxing. Okay, I'm going to kind of be here and there because, oh my goodness, I'm glad I picked up this package because some of my dies were stuck. To the packaging. Okay, for this little ginger, because we'll create her first. You can't see much here, but these are all of the die components. 2 of these was stuck to one of my packaging. I will have the link for this linked below. It took about a month, if that, to arrive from Hong Kong. And so we'll work on her. And I will chit chat. What do you guys have planned? By the way, today is Friday, right? Christmas is right around the corner. I have die cut out pieces already, and so I'm going to bring them in few. Some of you, what is that noise? Oh, let's turn that off. Okay, I have this light, this LED light, and it has a fan, and I accidentally hit the fan. So what are you guys traveling right now? Will you guys travel? I had to make 3 to-do lists starting today up until Christmas. So I have one list that pertains to traditions and holiday festivities that my family will partake in. My son, he arrived from Germany the other day, and I have a daughter. She'll be coming in tomorrow night. So I have a to-do list, like for instance, we stay very close within walking distance to an area that is widely popular for Christmas decorations. And by the way, I'm thinking about, well, I started filming to share that whole experience. My family won't be a part of that video though. So one night we have to do that. We have to have our Christmas Bible study. So that's part of that list. And we also have to do our traditional soul flake ceremony, which is so cool. I bring out my very large snowflake, and it has 3 different settings, 3 different light settings. So I bring that out. We drink hot chocolate. We listen to festive holiday music. We dim the lights, and then we do the soul train. And it is so fun to go back and watch that. I've talked about that tradition in several different videos over the years. So we have to do that and a couple other things as well. And then I have a list of my cooking schedule, like what I need to cook today, cook tomorrow, because I am not trying to cook Christmas morning or Christmas Eve. Not everything. And what am I looking for? And then I have another, like, just daily type list, like what video I'm going to share today, and things like that. Okay, so let's get started. You have this piece here, right? Now I start from the bottom up, and it's a good idea too, when you're working with a lot of pieces that look weird, you can create a layout. Like, I know this is the hat, and I did have to look at the picture on eBay for inspiration. I know this is the skirt, so you can lay it out like that. Now, I'll give you guys a tip. This is what helped me not choose the papers, but if you look at her skirt and this top part of her hat, it's the same pattern. And then the bowl and the bottom of her hat is the same pattern. So that's kind of what I went with. And I created one that looked too busy, and I have it here somewhere. And I didn't know if the glitter cardstock would work out, but in this combination, it did. You don't want to have too many patterns. I think in that one that I created was too busy. I had too many different patterns, and it just didn't work together. Okay, and so let's see here. So this would be the bowl, and this would be the other part of the hat. And so I once again worked from the bottom up. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll apply her skirt, adding a little bit of glue. And you see her little legs here. When I applied my skirt, you don't want to go too low. I mean, you could if you want to, but I covered up just below where her leg separates, just like that. And then you have these two pieces. They both are similar shapes, but the bigger shape is the bowl. And placed it just like that. So this paper is from a 6x6 inch paper pad that I picked up from Michael's. I put that away already, just like that. And then let's see if I could grab another one of these, because look at her hands. I could apply her hands down now, or I could do it after I have applied the bowl. Doing it differently, those two ways, will provide a different look. And I'm not organized here, so I don't know where that one is I want to show you. But I think I like how it looks. Well, you know what? Let's apply this other piece first, because you do get this piece. And you get a shorter piece. But this is the spoon. This piece here goes right here. And by applying this strip it kind of separates, because it took me a while, not a long time, but the first one I made, I didn't realize that this is the gingerbread dough mix. Well, when you apply this strip down first, it provides a separation from the bowl. It separates the bowl from the dough mix. So apply this piece down, and then I will apply the hands. So it's really fun to piece these together after, of course, you realize how it should be pieced together. Now, like in all things, I'm sure there are different ways, right? Different looks that could be achieved. And you see where I have her little hands. And I could turn that like so. So last night, you guys, yesterday was my husband's birthday. And I normally don't take my husband out to eat. He takes me out to eat. So I was going to cook him a birthday breakfast. And then my son was like, I want to take him out to eat. And I'm like, fine. Now, one thing I try to do every year, and I've been doing this since I was in high school. Well, you know, Denny's, they have that free breakfast on your birthday. Let me tell you, I take advantage of that. And so, I didn't feel like cooking yesterday. And I want this to be over here more. And so I went and greeted my husband. I'm like, happy birthday. I'm taking you out to eat. But he didn't know I had Denny's on my mind so he could get his free meal. Yes, people, I'm bootleg. And then my son came in and he accidentally, gave it away what my plans were. And it was a good laugh for all of us because let me tell you, when I can get a deal, I'll get a deal. Well, we ended up going out to eat at my favorite Armenian restaurant. If you are here locally, it's called House of Kebab. And Costco has gift cards you could buy. $100 in value for $80. But this week, they had some of their gift cards for $70. So we swooped into Costco really fast. And actually, my son, he sponsored the meal. We ate at the House of Kebab. I had not eaten there in several months. Oh my goodness, I love it. And as we were ordering, my son thought, well, let's just order the family. Because it was 3 of us. He said, let's just order the family meal. Because each of our meals would be about $20. But the family meal was like $62. And people, let me tell you, the family meal was huge. It was so much food they brought out. That we had lunch yesterday, had dinner last night, and then my husband still had lunch to eat today, and I have lunch to eat today. It was a lot of food, so we really had a wonderful time. But last night, let's see, what do I need to do? Oh, the head. Let's talk about this head, because this is not like a circle. And I was like, which way did her head go? Can it go that way? Can it go that way? And I resolved, well, this is what I did. I took the hat part and it seemed to fit perfectly that way versus that way. And so I just assumed the hat or her head is oriented like that. So last night, our daughter, who's a senior, the seniors versus the juniors, they had their puff powder, and it may not be called that, but it was flag football. So we went to that last night, and it was really nice. It was really fun. I tell you, I got a kick out of watching the male cheerleaders. It was hilarious, the things they did last night. And then the male senior cheerleaders, they had a dance off between them and the junior male cheerleaders. And it was just the whole thing. I recorded last night, but I only recorded the seniors won, by the way. Though the game itself was fun, I got such a big kick out of watching those male cheerleaders. Now, once again, it was super cold last night, and they were out there with their skimpy little shorts on and tank top shirts and the different setups. Okay, you guys, so I can't think of the word I want to say. It's not a layup. When cheerleaders have their different, I cannot think, you guys. But anyway, it was so fun to watch them. I'm going to say skit, because that's what it seemed like they were doing. They had different skits out there. My fave, and I got the tail end of it to record it. They did a skit, and it's not called a skit, you guys. But they all huddled together, and one of the male cheerleaders sat in the lap of another male cheerleader. They basically formed the nativity, and they sang Silent Night. It was so cute. I was like, oh my.
Kelsey Jones around the right side. Oh, we got leg day happening down on the junior sideline. Wonderful. They listen. Oh, and it's Rockabye Baby. Don't know what it is. Silent Night.
You see that?
Intercepted.
Oh, no? But they don't.
By the seniors.
That they're recreating the nativity. They're singing Silent
Take a look
Night.
down
There's
at
little
the
baby
senior
Jesus.
cheerleaders. There it
They're
is.
holding-
Silent Night. That is their very.
That is the cutest.
It was fun. Really fun. Okay, so for my gingerbread dough mix, I added some color to it so it can pop out. I'm using my Fun Stampers Journey pumpkin. No, this is oatmeal cookie ink pad, but any brown ink pad would work. And adding this shading provides dimension and separation. And because my gingerbread, I used craft paper to make those. And I also used craft paper to make my gingerbread dough. You really do want to color it to separate it from the actual gingerbread. And you see how it goes on just like that. And you see the little strip of brown there. So add a little bit of glue, adhere that down like that. I like for that strip to show a little bit. And when you position this, you want, well, I guess you don't have to, but I should have brought her right hand in a little bit closer, but it's okay. It's going to work out. Because I want, I'm going to take it off. I want her hands to look like she's holding the bowl. So I'll take that one off and do it again. But I will have to stick it under, which is A-okay. Like that. And I know I added too much. Are you guys done with your shopping? I forgot all about my husband. And I don't know how I forgot. But the last several years, what he's done is he gets the gift certificates for the kids. Oh, you guys, okay, so I shop at Sam's Club, though Costco is my store of choice. I do love to go to Sam's Club because they do have different different things. And you see I've added glue there. Well, my son and I, we were in Sam's Club the other day. Now with the head, you can position it that way, or just straight. I like this curve. Look. And you know, I should have added her face, and I guess I'll do that now. I probably, I should have added her face first. Yeah, you guys, because if you make a mistake.